你好, konnichiwa, 안녕하세요.
你好，
哎，你好。
喂，你好。
哎，你好。你好。
こんにちは。
こんにちは。
こんにちは。こんにちは。
こんにちは。
안녕하세요 여러분.
안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
There are three words representing the writing script of China, Japan, and Korea. But have you ever wondered, how did our ancestors come up with something like this or this? Let's start with one of the most influential writing systems in the world, Chinese characters. Horse, car, fish, ice, mountain.
These glyphs may not seem familiar to you, but you have certainly met their descendants. We have all seen Chinese characters before, whether on the menus of your local Chinese restaurant or on the back of a gym enthusiast that had a spiritual awakening during their last backpacking trip in Asia.
The origins of Chinese characters, known as Kanji, can be traced back thousands of years to the Shang dynasty.
The Shang dynasty marked the middle of China's Bronze Age and was a dynasty that made great contributions to Chinese civilization. Scholars do not fully agree on the dates and details of the earliest Chinese dynasties, but most accept that the Shang dynasty is the first one to have left behind written records and solid archaeological evidence of its existence.
Chinese characters might seem like a confusing collection of lines and boxes, but they are not just random strokes. Each character carries deep meaning. The Chinese writing system is based on drawing of things they saw, like a tree. But imagine for a moment, how can you draw a picture to capture essence of have, possess? Perhaps you can draw a hand with something in it.
You are looking at a stylized drawing that depicts an object or an idea. If a Chinese character is a picture of an object, like a tree, it's called a pictograph. Consider for a moment what you would draw to capture the essence of have, possess. Perhaps you could draw a hand with something in it. That's exactly what the Chinese ideograph portrays. It's a simple two-part picture that depicts a hand with an object in it.
But there could be millions of characters to remember if we continued to create brand new characters for each concept. So we combine them.
One person, 人. One person follow another person. 从 means follow. Three persons together. 众 means crowd, many people. 人, 从, 众.
And it is not limited to within China. The adoption of the Chinese writing script by the Japanese can be traced back to the cultural and political influences from China over many centuries.
Particularly during the Asuka period, from around 538 to 710 AD. The introduction of Chinese characters known as Kanji to Japan began in the form of Buddhist texts and other scholarly materials. As Buddhism and other aspects of Chinese culture spread across East Asia, so did the Chinese script. The Japanese imperial court and Buddhist monks saw Chinese writing as a crucial tool for administration, religious expressions, and cultural development. Before the introduction of Kanji, Japan did not have a formal writing system, but only Kanji is not enough. For example, Japanese people love sushi, but there is no Kanji for sushi. And another more important reason, Kanji were only accessible to the scholarly elite during the Heian period, 794 to 1185 AD.
So, to make it more accessible to women and the populace, Hiragana was born. But here comes another problem. Buddhist monks needed a systematic way to annotate Chinese texts with readings that were intelligible to Japanese speakers.
Hiragana is cursive and hard to read in a small annotation. So the third Japanese alphabet was introduced, which is called Katakana. Katakana characters are generally more angular and straightforward. This simplicity makes them ideal for scholarly use in religious and official documents, where clarity and brevity were crucial. And if Japan adopted Chinese characters, Why not Korea? Is it even closer to China than Japan? Actually, before the 15th century, Koreans primarily used classical Chinese characters known as Hanja, which were not only difficult for the common people to learn due to their complexity and number, but also inadequate for accurately representing the Korean language.
In response to these challenges, King Sejong the Great, the fourth ruler of the Joseon dynasty, commissioned a group of scholars from the Hall of Worthies, or Jifyeonjeon, to create a new, simpler writing system, Hangul.
In 1443, introduced in 1446, Hangul was designed to be easy to learn and use, with letters mimicking the shape of the mouth when producing sounds. This new script was meant to enable common people to read and write, moving away from the elite Hanja. So Hangul's simplicity and effectiveness gradually led to its dominance over Chinese characters in Korea. As we have explored a rich history of these ancient scripts, why not take the next step to learn the languages themselves? Try Ling, where you can dive into Chinese, Japanese, or Korean and connect with their unique cultural heritage firsthand. Comment link and I will share with you a link to get a free trial for it. I see you in the next video.